Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. I'm Chef Pam and this is Chef'n' More. Today we will be making homemade cinnamon and brown sugar pancake syrup. Yes, and if you guys want to learn how to make all kind of food and dishes homemade the easy and simple way, subscribe so you won't miss any of my videos and tap that bell so you will get notified. We're going to get started right now. Okay guys, I have all of my ingredients here. We're going to be pouring in a cup and a half of just regular tap water into a medium saucepan, and to that we will be adding brown sugar. This is half a cup of brown sugar. I want to put that in there. Then we're going to be adding a cup of sugar. You want equal parts sugar and water. Then next we're going to be adding our cinnamon. This is a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon that we're adding. Just want to put that in there. And then I'm taking a moment to set my spices aside off the stove, guys. And so then we're going to be adding a tablespoon of vanilla extract. Okay, then we've got cloves. Now these are whole cloves, so we'll have to make sure we strain our syrup. And we're just going to put in, just a few, maybe about 7 or 8, not really counting, but just a few. Put those in. Okay, now we're going to stir it, and we need to make sure the ingredients are stirred up really well. So we're just going to have to keep stirring for a moment here. Okay, now guys, I'm stirring, and as you can see, I'm lifting my pot off the stove. That's because it's at a full boil now, and I have an electric stove. I don't want it to stop boiling, but if I leave it sitting here, it's going to boil over. So to keep it boiling, I've actually turned my pot down. You can see it in there. I actually turned the pot down, but the stove won't reduce that fast. So I needed to keep boiling. So in order for it not to boil over on the stove, I had to keep lifting it up until the stove actually cooled down a little bit. If I set it to the side and did that, the syrup would actually cool a little bit too much. Okay, so we'll see it's nice and runny and smooth. And guys, what happens with your syrup is as it cools, it will thicken. So once it reduces to the point that you need it to be reduced to, which is about half, and we have now, it's bubbling a little bit, and we're just at the halfway mark. So see guys, I'm going to stir it down a little bit so you can see pretty much where we are. And this is just how it bubbles up. As you can see, the more I stir it, the bubbles are reducing down. Now you can kind of see the syrup. It still looks thin, but it is actually thickening up. Now we're at about the halfway mark on the boil. As you can see, it's a rich, darker color. And now we'll just pull it off to the side. I'm going to just kind of give it a little swirl here so that you guys can see it's down to about halfway. So now guys, we're going to actually set it aside and let it cool down for a few minutes. And then I'm putting it in my little glass jar here, but I'm going to need to temper it. This glass, to temper your glass, you just run hot water over it so that it won't crack when you're pouring hot liquid in it like this. And guys, I've got this little tea infuser in here to catch those little cloves because I have missing my actual small strainer. So we've got that all strained, and there is our jar of syrup. Yes, yummy. And there we go, guys, pouring it on. Woohoo! All right, guys, that's it. Our syrup is now made. Guys, I thank you so much for hanging out with me and cooking with me today. That simple syrup can be used for more than pancakes, and you can make all kinds, blueberry and other flavors. Just put those items in there and let it cook down with it. And guys, if you like these how-to videos, consider supporting me over on Patreon. I have that link down in the description as well as here. Give me a thumbs up, leave me some comments, subscribe, and hit that bell so you'll get notified. Thanks for watching. See you next time.